Obituary is brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, and the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home, Burials and Cremations, Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg. Mr. Bobby Joe Horton, age 30, died June 13 from injuries suffered in an automobile accident. Memorial service will be held Sunday at 2 p.m. from Curtis & Son North Chapel. The Reverends Billy Epperson and Herbert Gentry will officiate. Online condolences at curtissonsonfh.com. Curtis & Son Funeral Home, North Chapel, directing. Jeanette Chandler, age 84 of Sylacauga, died at her residence on June the 14th. Funeral arrangements to be announced by Radley Smith Funeral Home. Funeral service for Thomas B. Tom Richardson, Jr., age 92 of Talladega, will be Thursday, June 16th at 2 o'clock from First United Methodist Church of Talladega. The Reverend Minnie Bailey officiating. The family receiving friends in the church parlor 1 hour before the service. Graveside service will follow at 4:30 in Elmwood Cemetery in Birmingham. Mr. Richardson died June 14th at his residence, Ursery Funeral Home, Talladega, directing. Funeral service for William J. Reed, Jr., age 63, is Thursday, June 16th at 1 p.m. from Bethel Worldwide Apostolic Church in Childersburg. Burial in the Tallahatchie Church Cemetery. Visitation today, 1 until 8 at the funeral home. The body will lie in state at the church 1 hour prior to the service. Mr. Reed died June 16th, Community Funeral Home, directing. The funeral service for Mrs. Mayhair Hall, age 68 of Childersburg, will be 3 o'clock Friday, June 17th at K.L. Brown Memory Chapel in Golden Springs. The family will receive friends 1 hour prior to the service at the funeral home. Mrs. Hall died June the 11th, UAB in Birmingham. She was born in Fuji and at the age of 2 moved with her family to Australia. And flowers will be accepted or memorial donations can be made to the UAB Neuro-Oncology Program in Birmingham. Any check should be noted in memory of Mrs. Mayhair, spelling M-A-Y-H-A-R, Hall. Online condolences to the family at klbrownmemorychapel.com. K.L. Brown Memory Chapel in Anniston, directing. Funeral service for Doris Greenhill Barfield Horn, age 88. That service will be Thursday at 3:30 at Munford Church of Christ, with burial in the Pine Hill Memorial Park in Talladega. Reverend Shane Clark will officiate. The family receiving friends at the church on Thursday 2 until 3:30. Ms. Horn was a member of the Munford Church of Christ. She's also a member of the Talladega County Auxiliary Sheriff's Department. In lieu of flowers, her family is accepting donations. Online condolences can be made to urseryfuneralhome.com, Ursery Funeral Home in Talladega, directing the service. That's a look at obituaries this morning, brought to you by Curtis & Son Funeral Home, the North Chapel on Highway 21 in Sylacauga, the Childersburg Chapel on Highway 280 in Childersburg. 256-245-4361. Your Dignity Memorial Funeral Home for burials and cremations is Curtis & Son Funeral Home, Sylacauga, Childersburg.